Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Yes, Fuad bhai, how are you?
Alhamdulillah, what about you, Abid bhai?
Alhamdulillah.
Hello?
Yeah, जी, अस्सलाम वालेकुम. मैंने कहा आवाज आ रही है?
जी बिल्कुल बिल्कुल क्लियर आ रही है.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम.
वालेकुम सलाम व रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातहू. अरफा क्या हाल है भाई?
अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह, आप सुनाएं.
Alhamdulillah. I'm just letting people in actually. तो उसमें मेरा थोड़ा सा दिमाग बट गया उधर. अच्छा मच. अस्सलाम वालेकुम व रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातहू.
वालेकुम अस्सलाम.
Alaikum assalam.
Welcome everyone, mashallah. Just give me a few minutes to get settled here. It looks like I'm doing it for the first time.
Okay, no worries, take your time.
You know, my phone was not working, or my camera was not working. My microphone stopped working, so I just had to panic for a little bit, you know. So okay, so more people coming, inshallah. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Got it.
Assalamualaikum, Jawad bhai. Assalamualaikum everyone who joined a little bit later. I'm trying to admit everyone. Give me a few minutes, inshallah. That's mashallah. 20 people have joined so far. I hope more are gonna come. So as you know that we have joined two classes into one, so I expect a little bit larger crowd than before. Okay. नहमदुहु व नुसल्ली अला रसूलिल करीम. औज़ु बिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम. बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम. Welcome everyone. Alhamdulillah, after a long time, with the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we are starting this noble cause or noble journey, I call it, together. Jazakallah khairan for coming. I know it's kind of late at night, and I'm sure everybody's tired and they just want to really go to bed. But we have to pray Isha, so we can't go to bed yet. So it's a good time to do some learning. So first of all, I myself was struggling with it today. I had to remind myself almost like 3-4 times that I have a class tonight. And then I also didn't know where to start from. So, but inshallah, once we are all together, we can figure out what we're going to do and how to start this journey again. So to begin with, I want to know, how are you guys feeling about starting again? And does anybody or most of you, do you even remember what we learned in the before Ramadan, and is something still fresh in your mind? Anybody, any volunteers?
We learned Fi'l Madi and Fi'l Mudari, or we started learning.
Okay, but the question is, do we still remember some of that information? Did anybody was able to practice?
Yes, a little.
Okay. Anybody else wants to tell me?
By myself, when I was reading the Quran throughout the Ramadan, so alhamdulillah, what we learned. So I think that was very helpful. Yeah, alhamdulillah.
MashaAllah. So the question is, do we still remember the basics of Arabic? Because today I may ask you questions, and are you ready to answer those questions?
If we can do some review, yeah, so we can refresh our mind. Yeah.
Okay. Can everybody unmute their mics and at least say salam and get back in the conversation a little bit?
So, Brother Abid, this is Brother Jamil. Unfortunately, I think
I'll have to catch up through some doing some review, inshallah. But hopefully that starts from tonight.
Inshallah. Inshallah. Okay. So anybody else?
Assalamu alaikum, brother. I think maybe we would need a little review to refresh. I think maybe we know, but maybe forgot. So
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Now that is fine. I expected that, and I myself wanted to start with some basic review. However, I want to see or feel, this intention of yours that now after Ramadan, when you rejoin, so that means the appetite is still there and the energy is still there, and you guys have the willingness to learn. So is your resolve or is your intention is stronger than before? And are you going to change the way you learn now compared to before? Which means that are you going to do more review? You're going to do more hands-on and not just attend the class and think that I learned something. That is something I would like to hear from some of you guys today, or most all of you.
Yeah, personally, I think I will put more struggle, to learn these things, to be
Inshallah.
more practical in these things.
More practical plans. So
Yeah.
if everybody, if you don't have a notebook and a pen yet, and you haven't written any notes before, or you haven't done any physical exercises with, writing it with your own hand, so I would really recommend and request that we change that behavior and we really go after this, because if we don't, then we will forget what we learned and then we're back to square one, right? Now, I'm pretty sure that one of our younger students, Brother Omar, would you like to share with us that how did you, what did you do while we were offline?
So while you're offline, so from before when you were teaching the course from the book, I was able to, alhamdulillah, finish the first let's understand Salah and Quran easy way workbook and textbook.
I see. So, but I remember you said you are practicing, right? You are.
Yes, right now I'm focusing on more vocabulary.
Vocabulary. Okay. Okay, inshallah. So enough talking. I guess I'm gonna start with some basic information, and then inshallah we'll see where it takes us. So what we are going to do, inshallah, we are going to do review. Okay. And that will refresh our memories. And then I'm going to change the format. Change format. What that means, we'll take a concept, maybe something small, and we are going to learn it good before we move on. Okay. The other thing we're going to do, we are going to take a surah and analyze it. Maybe 3 verses or even one verse. And what will we do? We are going to do the translation. Okay. And we will try to understand the grammatical part. Okay. And then at the same time, we are going to pick up some vocabulary. Okay. And now we have to decide which surah. I've already decided one, but I'll put it in front of you and we can take it from there. And then also I'm going to take every class, we are going to learn some words depending on our time and our capacity. And then these words In the next class, we are going to do a quiz on it, meaning we will repeat them and ask the meanings. So what do you guys think about that?
Yeah, sound good. Yeah, inshallah.
Do you think that will work better?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Abid, I have a suggestion. Instead of starting with a surah, like I know it's going to be very difficult, but if you can pick up the ayahs in which the words are repeated over and over again in the Quran, that will help us, for example, to learn those ayahs and learn those meanings, so that at least we'll remember the repeated words in the Quran.
Okay. Well, that is true for any verse, basically, because in the Quran, the verses repeat or the words repeat itself several times in any verse or any surah you pick, inshallah. But inshallah, if we have any examples of such verses, inshallah, we'll do that. Sure. Okay. Now, is there anybody who just joined for the first time? Because I know few people requested that their friends wants to join, and I see one name. Is there anybody new starting for the very first time? Anybody new?
Yes. Salam alaikum. I'm new. My name is
Walaikum
Noor.
salam. Your name is?
Noor.
Noor.
Afia's friend.
Afia's friend, mashallah. Okay, so in the list, is your name showing as Noor or is it showing as something else?
I don't know what shows on your
Okay,
screen.
I have a new name called.
I can't see it.
Okay, I have a new name as Priya. Priya or Preya.
Oh, no.
Okay, let me, can we unmute?
Oh, no, it's not me.
Okay,
It's not me. So I'm not sure. I haven't typed anything.
okay.
It says Noor's iPhone.
Okay, see, Noor iPhone, I see it.
Oh,
Jazakallah
sorry.
khair. Okay, now it's there. So there is another person named Preya.
Priya is also first time.
Is another person?
Yes, another different person. It's
Oh,
my friend.
Okay,
How
she's
come
also
I
your friend.
cannot? Interesting.
MashaAllah. So she's also there. Okay. All right. Welcome, everyone. And for the new people, my request is that.
You cannot hear me.
Say that again.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Paria. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought you cannot hear me. Yeah, it's my first time.
First time. Okay.
Yes, yes.
So what we can do is after the class or whenever you have time, you can WhatsApp me a message and then I can probably give you the material and tell you what to expect, because in our class we have gone quite a bit forward, or we have covered a lot of material.
Okay.
Okay, so I don't want you to feel hardship. We can get you started in a smaller chunks, or small steps, inshallah.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so just connect me when you have time, okay?
Yeah.
All right. So if we do the review, high level, and we will go into more details again. So first thing first, in English, in the language of English, how many parts of speech we have?
3.
8.
8.
Or
Who said 8?
Me?
And I don't know.
Zahra.
Zara. Oh, Jazakallah khair, sister. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum
And
salam.
in Arabic, how many parts of speech we have?
3.
3. Very good. Now, why there is a big difference? There is look like there are 5 additional parts of speeches here, and it's only 3 over here. Is that true, or is just that they condense it?
One of the parts are five parts.
Yeah. So one of the 5 parts is like 1. And what is that 1 part? Can you tell me the name of these Arabic parts of speeches?
5 parts is ism, isn't it?
5 parts is ism. Good job.
Al-harf.
Okay. Then we have harf, and then the third one,
fail.
Fear.
the fail. Okay, so now who can give me the English names for ism?
Noun.
Noun, very good. And what is harf?
Particle.
Particle.
Word. Particle.
And what is fail?
Verb.
Verb, very good job. Okay, now who can tell me what is the meaning of noun? How would you define a noun?
Name of anything.
Person, place, thing.
Name of anything, person, place, thing. Very good job. So, and what is particle?
Is when you join the words.
So these are letters or words which do not have any meaning of their own until they are combined with other things. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. So if I say on, then on itself has a little meaning, but if I say on, does it give you any complete meaning of anything? Do you understand what on means?
No.
No. If I say on the table, then you know that I meant something is on top of the table, correct? If I say in, I know in mean something, but if I just say in, does it make any sense?
No.
But if I say in the masjid or
Yeah.
in the house or in the office, then it gives you more meaning and more information. So harf or particles are the connecting letters or connecting words which can combine with ism, they can also combine with the verb, and they give you additional meaning. Now, what is the fail?
Action.
What's that?
The action verb.
Action. Okay,
And
action is the name of an action. Okay,
Yeah,
so what is the difference between, sorry, go ahead.
And it's still about the time, like it's the past or future, yeah.
All right, so who can elaborate on that? That ism is also a name, and fail, what is the difference? What is one main difference between fail and ism?
Yeah, it's the tense, like it's tell you about a time, like it's the past or future, and the ism doesn't tell anything, like it's just like, you know.
Fail is the action, it reflects action. Ism is normally a subject or object if a subject, it sort of does it, an object, it would be done.
Okay.
So action would happen on some noun normally.
Okay, so what Brother Fawad is saying and Brother Majid is saying that ism will be a object or subject, and fail is an action. And Brother Fawad also added that there is a concept of time or tense, which when we do fail, meaning when I say ism, I don't care about the tense. I don't care whether it was a past tense, was it a present tense or future tense. But when I'm talking about an action, then I need to know whether this action was done today, present, is it going to be done in the future, or it was done in the past. Yes, clear?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so that is these are the parts of the speeches. And in the previous class, we have covered ism in a lot of detail. We pretty much spent at least 20 sessions on ism. Yeah?
Yeah.
And then while we were doing that, we also did some of the haruf or harf. Okay? And then towards the end, we were able to do fail, but that's where we stopped before Ramadan. Okay. So who can tell me, and somebody different need to answer this question, and maybe I can put Brother Afzal on the spot. Brother Afzal, are you there? Brother Afzal? Let me see. I think I saw him.
Assalamu alaikum, brother.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullah. How are
Yeah,
you?
I'm there, but I'm driving, so I'm kind of muted.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay. No worries, no worries. So when we think about ism, what are the 4 characteristics which should come in our mind?
Adad,
Okay, so she said other.
jins,
Okay, let other people take one shot at a time. Okay, Jins. Somebody else?
Wusat.
Wusat. Very good job. Wusat.
Khalid.
Khalid. Okay. So if we rearrange them, then the first one is Jins. The second one I would call Adad, then Wusat, and then Khalid. Now, who can give me the English name for these? Somebody else should try. What is Jins?
Gender.
Gender. Very good. And what is Adad?
Number.
Number.
Number,
Very
singular
good.
or plural.
And then Wusat?
Status.
No. Status is Halat.
Okay.
Capacity.
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 Okay. And Halat is the status. Okay. Very good job. Okay. That means when we think about gender, what are we thinking about?
Monas,
Male and female, right? And what are the English, the Arabic names for that? Muzakkar, Muannas, right? Then we know we had learned also, we learned how to determine whether a thing is a name is a Muzakkar or a name is a Muannas. Okay, so we need to go over these one more time. Okay. So when we have Adad, which is the number, how many things we have?
Wahid.
Singular, plural,
We have
Wahid,
Wahid,
Jama, Musanna.
Musanna,
And
and Jama. Okay, so Wahid means singular, right? What does Musanna mean?
Dual.
Dual. And Jama means? Plural. Okay.
So,
Now,
sorry, Brother Abid, what was dual? Musanna?
Musanna. All right. And in English and other languages, do we have Musanna?
No.
We have either Wahid or Jama, right? But in Arabic, Wahid is 1 and Musanna is 2 and Jama is 2 plus. Yes? Okay. In other languages, Wahid is 1 and Jama is 2 plus. They don't have this concept of Musanna. Now, when we talk about Jama, what else do we know about Jama?
Jama Salim, Jama Mukassir.
Salim and Mukassar. What does Salim mean? In English,
Sound.
mean sound. And Mukassar mean? Broken. So we also need to remember or refresh our memory about what do we call Salim, or how do we know whether it's a Salim, and we need to know why is it known as Mukassar. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay, Alhamdulillah. Okay. Is that coming back to you guys? Are you guys now realizing that the information is there?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Assalamu alaikum. I believe in another sister joined, Sister Isra. Assalamu alaikum. Can you hear us? Okay, maybe she has to unmute her mic. Okay. So then we talked about Wusat, right? So Wusat is what? Capacity, right? Can you see it? Who can tell me, when we talked about Wusat, what are we trying to find out?
Marifa and Nakira.
Okay, so he said Marifa and then Nakira, right?
Yeah.
What is the meaning of Marifa in English?
Proper.
Proper noun.
proper noun. Okay. And what is nakira? Common noun. Okay. There is another name for these. Proper noun is known as
Definite.
definite noun. And the common name is indefinite. Okay. Are the indefinite nouns more in number or the definite nouns?
Indefinite.
Indefinite. Okay, we can say by default everything is indefinite unless we know certain categories and certain things, and then we know that they are definite. Correct?
Yes.
In order to know the definite noun, how many categories we defined?
5.
5. Good
Right,
job.
yeah.
Okay, so we'll talk about those 5 categories again. Now, can somebody give me an example of a common noun?
Muslim.
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 So Muslimun, right?
Yeah.
Muslimun, the translation is a Muslim. Oops, sorry, not E. Okay, so how would I make it proper noun?
Al-Muslimu.
Al-Muslimu.
Muslimu. So the Muslim. So the keyword is the. I added al, and then what happened to the tanween?
Become one.
It dropped. So this is called tanween, right? What is the name of this tanween?
Zammatan.
Dammatan. Okay. What other tanween we have? We have dammatan,
Batatan.
batatan, and kasratan. Okay. Okay. So far, so good?
Yes.
Okay. And the next thing was status. In Arabic, how many statuses we learned?
3.
3, right? Now, what are those? What are the name of those statuses?
Rafa.
Nasab.
Rafa, Nasab,
Jar.
and Jar, right? And how do we know about these? We are going to go into those details again. In order to know the status of a noun, we have to know 2 other things, right? What are those 2 other things? You know the 4 characteristics of
The ending haraka.
okay.
Which one?
No, I need to know. We just talked about that the noun has 4 characteristics, right? And those characteristics are gender, number, capacity, and arab. We are already looking at the arab, which is status, right? A status we are looking at. But in order to find out the status of a noun, we need the 2 other characteristics to determine the status of the noun. What are those 2 other characteristics?
Gender and number.
Gender and what do we need to know? Capacity. What are the 2? What are the 2 characteristics we need to know to find the status? So this is 1.
Common or indefinite.
2.
Common.
This is 3, and this is 4. Correct? I think Brother Altaf will answer this question. He knows. He's just trying to be modest.
Brother, I'm still struggling. So
It should be gender and status.
Okay, so I'll help you. So we need to know the gender of the noun, and we need to know the number of the noun to know the status of the noun. Okay. For example, if you remember, we had something like wahid, right? And then we need to know whether it's a muzakkar or muannas. Yes. Then I need to know. Then I will know the status of that. So let's talk about that for a second. Musanna, I need to know whether it's a muzakkar or muannas, and then jama, I need to know whether it's muzakkar or muannas. Does it ring any bell?
Yes.
For example, if I say Muslimun, okay, when it is wahid, whether it's muzakkar or muannas, I can tell the status by looking at the last letter and the haraka on it. So rafa will be dammatan, nasab will be musliman, and I would have to add the extra alif for the muzakkar. Okay, and we will go over this in detail. I'm just trying to refresh your memory. So, and the third one is muslimin, muslimun, musliman, muslimin. Does the meaning change?
No.
No, that means still a Muslim. But the status changes. What means Muslimun? That means it is a subject. Right?
Yeah.
So if I know, if in a sentence, if I know that the noun is in the rafa status, then it is a subject. And if it is a nasab, then it is the object. Right? And when it is halat jar, we know that there is some sort of relationship here. Right? Okay. Same thing with Muslim. Muannas will be Muslima tun. Muslima tan and Muslima tin. Does it ring any bell?
Yes.
Okay. Muslimatun. How do we know it's muannas? Ta marbuta. So when we have this ta marbuta, this kind of ta, 99% of the time that noun is a female. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let me see. Inshallah, do I have everybody on board here? Okay. What is the time? I need to know the time. Can somebody tell me the time?
10:34.
10:34. Okay. So today, I don't want to go too much in detail, and I don't want to tire you too much. I know this information we just covered is already a lot, but if you can recognize this and the mind is already working and is churning and is saying that, okay, yeah, I remember these, then inshallah, it's a good starting point. Okay. So let's look at some of the tools we are going to use.
This is an error. You push that one that direction.
Okay. So I'm going to switch gears on this. I'm going to stop this share and share my screen with you.
Off the one card. I don't
Okay.
know if it's there.
All right. So I would like to share my browser with you, which is okay. Can you see my browser, guys? Can you see?
It's coming.
Can you see this Surah Al-Kahf?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Sister Afia, can I mute you for a little bit? Sister Afia.
She's mute now.
Okay. I think I can mute her. She's not able to hear me. Too many people in here. I can't find her. Okay. Anyways, looks like she muted herself. Okay. Now, so the tools we are going to use, which we already know from before Ramadan. One of the tool is recitequran.com. Okay. So for the new people who just joined today, we should make this website our best friend. Okay. What do? We make this website our best friend. And when we are learning Arabic, we try to read the Quran from here. Also, we read word for word meanings from here. Also, you can do this. Let me see if it works for me. Sound is not coming, but for some reason the sound is not coming. What is the reason?
Sit and wait for a little.
Okay, it should be saying the wordings. Okay, let me try this, see if it works. Interesting. It's not working. Come on.
So sometimes it happens when you are using Zoom, so it's maybe not gonna sound.
Oh. Okay. So you guys see that how it pronounces, it helps you with the pronunciation of the word. Alhamdu.
Alhamdu lillahi.
Okay. So most of us struggle with the pronunciation of the Arabic words because Arabic is not our mother tongue. So if you feel that way, I would highly recommend that you use this tool or something similar which you are comfortable with, so that at least you can say the word. Okay, that's one thing. Remember, I was saying that I'm going to pick a surah so that we can go over some of the verses together. And Brother Javed was saying that we should pick something which has repeated words. So we'll also take his suggestion which surah or which verses we should do. But as you guys know that every Friday as Muslims, we have a practice or we have this habit of reciting Surah Al-Kahf every week. Agree? Every Jummah, we are supposed to, or most of us read Surah Al-Kahf. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. So if we read it like every week, so is it not a good idea to understand what we read every week?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
If we already don't know what we are reading, then I think it's a good idea that we should understand what we are reading. So inshallah, we will try to learn Surah Al-Kahf and see what are the meanings of that, and also apply the grammar we learn with it. Yeah? Okay. The other thing, if I remember, I've shown you this many times. Let me see if I can find it. This is my, I didn't get a chance to start this earlier. Okay, where is this? I hope my kids have not changed the favorites on me. They spend more time than me on the computer, you know. Okay. Where are my folders? Yes, some stuff is missing from here for sure. Okay, this is what I'm looking for. Okay, you must have these links by now, but if you, for some reason, if you don't have it, then inshallah I can resend it to you. So from here, if I pick Surah Al-Kahf, so you can see the same thing I showed you here is actually written like this. You see that? Can you guys see this?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So when we read Alhamdu, right? What can you tell me about this just by looking at Alhamdu? We just talked about this. Is Alhamdu a noun, or is it a harf, or is it a verb?
Ism. No.
It's an ism,
A
right?
verb.
This
No.
is what?
Now.
Noun. Muhammad, Assalamu alaikum. How are you?
Good.
Good. Okay. Can you guys see where I'm going with this? What does this N mean here?
No.
Noun.
Noun. And look at here. It's telling me it's a nominative masculine noun. Now, just by reading this, can somebody translate that into Arabic, the one I just talked about?
It's written
What is
in
the gender of this noun?
Masculine.
Masculine.
Masculine. Is it a, what is the capacity of this noun?
Singular.
Singular.
Capacity. Whether it's a
Definite.
marifa or nakara.
Definite.
Marifa.
Definite.
Definite. Marifa, mashallah. Now, is any the status? Who can tell me the status of this noun?
Rafa.
Rafa. How do you know?
Dama.
Dhamma.
Dhamma. And now, is it a singular or is it a plural?
Singular.
Singular. Right? Because when I was telling you that in order to find the status of the noun, you need to know the number and the gender. Yes? So just this is what my concept is, that if we're going to even look at one verse, we look at the translation. Alhamdu mean all praise. And most of the time when we say Alhamdu, we also saying all thanks is for Allah. So Lillah. Now in the Lillah, what is this P for?
Preposition.
Preposition. Now preposition is a noun. Is it a harf or is it a verb? Harf. Now, what kind of status is Lillah is? Is it a jar? Now, when you have two nouns like this, and when you have a preposition, what does the preposition do to the noun which comes after it?
This will be in the state of jar.
It takes it into status of jar. And then what do we call it?
Jar.
Jar majroor. Jar wa majroor. Right? That Lillah is a harf jara, and because of that, Allah becomes in the status of jar. The meaning is for Allah. Now, if you read it from the top, Alhamdu, all praise is for Allah. Alhamdulillah means all praise is for Allah. So that is the idea I want to come across, that inshallah we will try to do this exercise every time. We will look at the word and we'll find out grammatically what is the understanding of an analysis of that. So this tool is going to really help us. Okay. What is Allazi? Allazi is Ism Mawsool.
Oh, yeah.
What does the Allazi do? When we have two nouns or verb or something, what is the what it does?
Ismi Mawsula?
It connects, right? It kind of creates a relationship, or it relates those two nouns together. We say Allahu Lazi, Allahu Huwa Lazi, Allah who is the one. The meaning, the wordly meaning of Allazi is the one. Is it singular or plural?
Singular.
What will be the plural?
Allazina.
Allazina. What will be the dual?
Allazani.
Allazani. MashaAllah, MashaAllah. Who said that?
Fazilat.
Fazilat, MashaAllah. Allazani, MashaAllah. Now, Allazi is male or female?
Male.
Male.
Male. And what will be the female of Allazi?
Allati.
Allati, MashaAllah. So you see where I'm going with this? So this is one verse, and if we just analyze this, inshallah, we are going to learn a lot of things about this verse, translation, and also the grammatical concepts we have learned. So how do you think about this now? Do you feel this will be a good exercise?
Yes.
Yeah, very good.
Yes.
Good.
Inshallah.
Okay. Yeah, Abid, I always get confused about this word hamd. Like
Yes.
how it is a noun. Like in English, hamd is kind of a praise which becomes an adjective. So why in Arabic adjectives are treated as nouns?
Okay, remember when we talked about the parts of speech? Yes. And we said English has 8 parts of speech and in
Right.
Arabic only has 3.
Okay.
Right? So they took the adverbs, adjectives, and bunch of other things, and they combine everything into a noun.
Into a noun. Okay, got it now.
Got it? Alhamdulillah. So
Okay, Jazakallah.
now if you look at anzala, now anzala, as you can see, is it a noun or is it a verb or is it a verb?
Verb. It's a verb.
Yes, to be a verb.
It's a verb, right? So it's a third person masculine singular form number 4 perfect verb. You see that all this information, and you will think that you don't know this information, but I tell you, we have gone over 90% of these concepts. And look, it's a fi'l madi. What is the fi'l madi? Fi'l madi is what tense?
Past.
Past tense. And do we know that a past tense is known as perfect tense?
Yes.
Why? Because we know that the thing is done. We have no doubt about it. Correct? Yes? Okay.
Yeah.
Who can tell me what Allah is?
Haruki,
The preposition is right there. It's preposition. Why is it a preposition? Because we learned it. And if I say Allah, what does that mean?
On.
Upon.
Allah
On.
is on or to, right? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. So inshallah we'll talk more about this. Abdihi. Abdihi. What is this he means here?
He is a noun. His.
Pronoun.
It's a
Attached
pronoun.
noun meaning his.
It's a pronoun mean his, right?
Yep.
So that means we have learned the pronouns, and what kind of pronouns we learned?
Attached.
Attached and detached. Remember those things? Remember, we spend a lot of time on these, right? Now, the next thing I'm going to say, al-kitaba. Okay, have we finished the one verse yet? No, we haven't. Al-kitaba. What can you tell me about al-kitab? It's a noun.
Definite
Proper
noun.
noun.
Definite.
Definite.
Male, male or female?
Male.
Male.
Singular or plural?
Singular.
Singular. Now, who can tell me the status of this? Al-kitab, al-kitaba, right?
Nasab.
Nasab. So when when a noun is in the status of nasab, it's known as mansub. What is it known as?
Mansub.
And look what it says. Ism mansub. Okay. So, alhamdulillahi, all praise is for Allah, allazi, the one, anzala, who has revealed Allah to abdihi, his slave, the book. Who is the slave here?
Prophet.
Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And which kitab is what?
Quran.
Quran. So Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala is the one, all praise and thanks to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, the one who revealed on his slave a book or the book, because it's not a common noun, it is a proper noun. And what is the thing about that book? Wallam yaj'al lahu iwaja, and not has made in it any crookedness. Now Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala is saying that the book has been revealed to his slave, but the characteristics of the book is that there is nothing crooked in that book. Everything is crystal clear.
Yes.
Yes, making sense? So inshallah, next time when you read this verse, as a homework, I leave this with you. I am going to, in the WhatsApp group, I'm going to put this link, and you are going to pick the surah, inshallah, and then you are going to understand the translation, the Arabic word, and then the syntax and the morphology of that. Yes? Can we do this?
Okay.
Do you think this will put us ahead of the game? Because now we have learned a lot of concept, but we still have trouble putting the two together. Yes?
That's a good idea.
Yes. And inshallah, what we also need to learn, we need to put ourselves through little hardship and read, try this. Ism majroor wa ilaha zamir mutasal fi mahli jar bil idafa. So what does all this mean? In this mean is a third person masculine singular possessive pronoun. Okay, so we need to familiarize ourselves with the Arabic also given over here. Now, the people who are more interested in this, if I click on this one word, you will start to see this, the many occasions where Alhamdulillah is used, and then you can also look at these. What is this Alhamd, HMD or Ha, Mim, Dal? What are these? The root letters. So if you explore this website, and if you have the love of Quran and you really want to understand the Quran, this one website, a lifetime is not enough to go through everything. Okay. Similarly, if you go here and you start typing something, so if I say Alhamdu, for example, I'm writing it in English. Let's see if it gives me some information. Okay. Or maybe I need to write it. I know it's very hard for me to search this.
When he says Alhamdulillah, not met any verse in the Quran, there are so many.
Yeah, no,
so many Alhamdulillah.
It's not the program. It's my searching capability is not good. So I'm trying to. Yeah, so that's what is happening. It has a lot of information in here. You'll be surprised. It's just me that who is not able to write properly in here. So let me see if we can do.
Oh, you should respect HAMDU.
Yeah. Let's see if I just do this and see what happens. Yeah, it's not really
spelling Abid. Call it HAMDU.
Okay. Let's see, like that.
Yeah.
It's not giving me, inshallah, I'll show you. There is some information. Okay, for example, if I say Ibrahim, for example, let's see if we can find Ibrahim. So you see what happened now? You see this? It give you a lot of references for Ibrahim in the surahs or where you can find it. So Ibrahima, Ibrahimu. So these are all the information here. So if you go further down, you can also read these where it was used in the verse. Okay. So inshallah, I will be sending you that information right now. I want to show you one more thing before we sign off. Tell me if you can see this. Can you see my PDF or you can't see my PDF?
No, there is no PDF.
No PDF. Okay, hang on. Okay. Can you see it now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Remember I said we will do a concept. We will learn a small concept. Then we will try to take one surah and we will try to learn some verses and analyze them. And then I also said we will also learn some vocabulary. So that's the third part I want to include in our class. And I have a book which I can share with you, which will satisfy Brother Javed's curiosity also. It includes 85% of the Quranic words.
Alhamdulillah.
Right? So if you learn these book, if you learn these words, then you would know at least 85% of the words of the Quran. Okay? So I'll show you that the one I wanted to do today was this one. That how do we know this, that? This, that. And we have covered this. Remember the name of this? Is this an ism or a verb? And what is the name for this ism?
It's a Mawsul.
Ism, no, Mawsul was Allazi.
Ishara.
Ishara. So haza, this. Zalika, that. Haza, male gender. MG, masculine gender. Zalika, masculine gender. Haza for near. Zalika for far. Do we know this already or we don't?
Yeah, we know.
We know it.
So next time This is the vocabulary, guys. So if I say haza, what can you tell me about haza?
This.
This. Zalika.
That.
That. Hazihi.
This.
This. For what? For female gender.
Feminine.
Feminine. And tilka.
That.
Feminine.
That. Meaning Isme Ishara for male and female. So we got the gender covered, right? Now what is the other? Haza for singular, male. Hazihi for singular, female. Haulai. Haulai means
plural.
Male gender and female gender both covered. And how many times have you seen haulai in the Quran? A lot. So next time when you see haulai, you know that means these. Okay. Zalikum, that. Ulaika, those. You see that? Allazi, he who. Allati, the she who. Allazina, those who. Yes?
Yeah.
So inshallah, this is the first table. And if you, since we already know this, I'm sure you understand the meaning. But look on the other side. No, no. Like how do we say no in Arabic? La ilaha. There is no God. Illallah, except Allah. Okay? Kalla. How many times you see this word kalla in the Quran? Kalla means never, certainly not. We also have the word called lan. Will not, never. Lam, ma, laysa, bala, ghaira, duna, illa, naam. Do you recognize these words already?
Yeah, everyone.
And these words are used so many times in the Quran. That is why this list is known as 85% of the Quranic words.
Subhanallah.
Okay, I am going to share that book with you guys. But as I said, when you get something like this, it will not benefit you if you're not going to use it. It will only benefit when you make it part of your daily routine, right? And inshallah, if we can just learn the vocabulary, I can guarantee you we will be ahead of the game. Because the teacher I learned from, he gave me an example and you will agree. He said, how do a newborn baby learn any language? We don't tell him grammar. We don't tell him, how to read. They pick up a word a day when they start learning how to speak. They pick up the words when we are talking. They listen to us and then they start to know the meaning, and then their vocabulary start to grow, right? Like a little kid, 1 year old, 1.5 year old, when they start to talk, they start from small words, okay? So inshallah, if we pick up a couple of words, or 3 or 4 words a day, our vocabulary will increase and our understanding will increase as well, inshallah.
So
yes?
Will this be posted on the Google Drive?
Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put it in the WhatsApp group first, right? Because now most people, they're familiar with what's the Google Drive. I will also add it there. But so that it becomes available to you right away, I am just going to put it in the WhatsApp group right away, inshallah, tonight before I go to bed.
Inshallah.
Okay, but it will also
Brother,
be
Assalamu alaikum. Can you add a note into your WhatsApp? Can you invite me as well?
okay. Okay, how do I do that?
No, I can add you. I can invite you.
Yes. So what I send a link to. Are you the friend of Sister Afia?
Yes.
So you already. Okay. So how did you get my meeting request today?
Today, 10 minutes, 10 to 2 Afia said, 10 to 10.
Oh, okay.
Afia.
So tell Sister Afia, or we can send you a link. You click on the link and you will become the part of the group. So either send me a text message or send it to Sister Afia. Then Sister Afia can tell me and I can send you the link, inshallah.
Okay, I know much. Okay, sure.
Did you benefit from the class tonight? Do you see that it will benefit you, inshallah?
Yeah, it's very good. I've been learning from another teacher, but the content are pretty similar. But it's very helpful, yeah. But yours probably a little bit more than what I learned. I just started learning, so it's good. Yes.
No worries. But don't worry, inshallah, I can give you some material to start you from some basic stuff, inshallah.
Right. Okay.
So, brothers and sisters, Jazakallah khair. So, any new person, again, if you join me later in the session, I said, please contact me after the class through WhatsApp or my phone number. Do you guys have my phone number, or should I write it down for you? So let me write it down for you, my number.
The same one as the meeting, right?
604, yeah, same thing, 832-0677. You can send me a message on this, and also if you want to send me an email, then it's send me an email at expertsoft@gmail.com. Okay, now, and you also know that as soon as I finish the class, the recording will happen, and I will put the recording on YouTube. And so the people who want to repeat this class, or they want to look at the notes, they can always go back and watch the video. And then I will put all the links in WhatsApp. Okay, so our next class, inshallah, is on Thursday at 10 p.m. Everybody know that, right?
Inshallah.
Inshallah. So I would expect to see everyone next time. If you can also bring a notebook and a pen, and if you already don't have one, inshallah, we will try to go over this material in more detail, inshallah. Okay. So, assalamu alaikum.
Brother Abed, before you say bye to everybody,
yes,
just a request to make a dua maghfirah for all those who have departed. One I know is your uncle, my sister, and brother Kashif, which happened only yesterday. Maybe if we can make a dua maghfirah for all of them together. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Go ahead, you make the dua, we'll say Ameen.
Brother, you go ahead. You are the teacher.
Okay, well, I will pass on the responsibility to my favorite brother. If I still see him on the list here. Yeah, brother Louis. Assalamu alaikum. Brother Louis. It looks like he doesn't have his microphone. Anyhow, so we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive all the souls which have departed us, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive their sins.
Ameen.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make the life after death easier, make the grave spacious for them. Inshallah, Allah make their grave as a garden, a piece of a garden of Jannah, Jannatul Firdaus, and give patience to their family. So what brother Kashif, brother Abdul mentioned the name of a brother Kashif. Most of you might know him. He used to own a pizza shop in Richmond known as Red Rooster a few years back. And he was the one who was, mashallah, supplying the halal pizza for the masjid on Fridays. Yesterday, as a Father's Day event, he took his family outside for some picnic, and they were at a lake, and his daughter, she was under 10, she fell off in the lake accidentally. And in order to save her, he jumped after her. She survived, and he ended up drowning and losing his life. So it is a very, very sad, it's a very tragic story. It was all over the news. Now there is a campaign going on called GoFundMe, and we're trying to raise some fund to support his family. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give patience to his family, and anybody else, all the Muslimin, all the Mu'mineen who Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has taken or call them back. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have their maghfirah and raham on them, inshallah.
Ameen.
And it should be a reminder for all of us that life is so unexpected and unpredictable. We don't know what comes in the next second. And none of these people, the few people we know that who passed away from my family, Brother Afzal's family, subhanallah, none of them passed away because of the coronavirus, but they did end up going back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala because of some other medical conditions. And these medical conditions are just excuse. When the time is up, you have to go. So we don't know when our time is up. So before that time comes, I pray and hope that we all try to strive to prepare for that day, so that when we go, we will not have this feeling or that we should have more time. So let's get our act together, learn from these incidents, or remind ourselves every day that we don't know how much time we have left. So inshallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept our du'as on behalf of our brothers and sisters, and may Allah forgive them and give them maghfirah, inshallah. Jazakallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Wa alaikum assalam.
So, Abid, why, just to confirm, all the classes are Monday and Thursday every week?
Monday and Thursday from 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Until and unless Maghrib and Isha time changes. So we will adjust the time as those Salah time. And after June 20th, the time will start to shrink. The Isha will come down and Fajr will go up, or the Maghrib will go down. So inshallah, we will try to adjust the time based on these two Salah times. So we'll try to keep it between Maghrib and Isha.
Okay.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Jazakallah khair.
Wa alaikum assalam.